weights. Bah! Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ellen Henry and I am a handstand coach and circus performer. And today I'm gonna come at you with another how to prep your body for handstands, because I do aim a lot of my stuff at beginners. I help out a lot of beginners with their handstand journey, and prepping your body is just so important before you jump into handstands if you have never done them before. Because you wouldn't just jump straight into doing really intense heavy workout at the gym if you've never done one before. You're probably gonna hurt yourself, and especially if you don't know the right technique either, you're probably gonna hurt yourself or injure yourself in the gym doing those kind of exercises. So that's why in that kind of situation, you would start with smaller weights. You'd start off with maybe doing a really easy beginner workout. You would start to learn about the proper technique for those exercises. So the same thing applies to handstand. You want to make sure that you prep your body and you strengthen it and you learn the right technique before you start to try and just throw your body upside down and hope for the best. So this video is going to be for you beginner handstanders out there. We are going to prep our body with some strengthening exercises. We're not going to do too much actual handstand drills. There will be a couple towards the end, but it's going to be more body weighted exercises just to help prep our body, because a lot of that weight going through our wrists and our shoulders can be quite a lot if you haven't done much weighted stuff or body weight stuff before. So stay tuned and I'm going to take you through a wonderful workout. If you do end up loving this workout and you want more of a program to help you get started with handstands because you don't know where to start, because there's so much information out there and it's so overwhelming trying to wade through it all and work out what do I focus on? What do I learn now? Do I learn how to fall out of a handstand first? Do I try and learn the technique for a handstand? If that is all super confusing and you just don't want to wade through all that information trying to get your goal of achieving a handstand, I have a beginner handstand course that I will link down below. You can check that out. It is your one-stop shop for learning how to handstand. It is chef's kiss. I'm so proud of this program because it covers everything. I poured my heart and soul into that course. It is jam-packed with prepping your body, so this kind of stuff, strengthening your body so that we are prepping it for handstands, and a lovely program that leads you into doing actual handstand drills and then hopefully starting to hold your handstand. If that appeals to you, check out the link down below. With that out of the way, let's jump into these drills, exercises, and start to prep our body. Alright, warming up, getting serious, the jumper is coming off. Okay, so for these exercises and drills that I'm going to show you, this isn't a follow along style. I will, however, put recommended times and reps and sets for all of these either up on the screen or down in the description box below. Another great thing is you can adjust these reps and these times depending on where you're at. So if you've done a lot of weighted workouts or body weight workouts before, you might find them a little bit easier. You can bump up the times or the reps and the sets. Or if you are completely starting out and you haven't done much before, just start with what you can do. Try to push that time a little bit, but otherwise I will leave those recommended reps and sets for you. So let's get started. So starting off nice and easy, we just have a normal plank. Of course, you've got the slightly easier variation you can do on your knees, but we really want to try and get up onto our wrists. This will be great because it'll start to help you to bear weight through your wrists and your arms. My recommendation for that one is 30 seconds to a minute. From there, we can then come over onto our side. You can either stack your feet or you can put one in front of the other. I know you can go down onto your elbow. I really recommend you trying to do this on your wrist. If you do need to come down onto your knees, that's fine, but I'd really love for you to try and do it on your hand. Just do as much time as you can here. So 30 seconds to a minute on both sides. Trying to go for those feet stacked on top of each other and up on your hand. Next up, everyone's absolute favorite is our push-ups. So aiming in the full push-up position, we are going to have them bending to our sides. If you need to, you can go down onto your knees. To make it a bit easier, we are just aiming to do 5 to 10 of these, depending on where you're at with them. Next, we have these downward dog movements. So starting in your downward dog, dropping through to a cobra and then pushing back. We're going to do 5 to 10 of these. Next, we have our plank walk out and back ins. We're going to be doing 2 sets of 4 of these. So starting up with our hands and our feet on the ground. If you are struggling with your hamstring flexibility, you can start with your hands a little bit further out and then walking them out into our plank and then walking back in as far as you can go. So that's 1, that's 2. Our next one is very similar to the last one, except we're going to be moving our feet this time. I call these ones plank run in and out because you're like, have a bit more movement, whereas when you're the plank walkouts, you're literally just like walking your hands out. So starting off in a plank, you're going to run your feet in and run them back out. We're doing 2 sets of 4 of these. Oh, yeah, that was just 1 set and my shoulders are sore. Alright, so we're going to ramp up our overhead ability to be able to like hold our body weight and to like practice that push. First up, we have dive bombers. You're going to be doing 2 sets of 3 to 5 depending on where you're at. So in our downward dog position, we're going to be bending our arms, bringing our face as close to the ground as possible, keeping those elbows in, and then just pushing back up. Bending the arms, face close to the ground, and coming up. You will need a box for some of these, so the next one that we're going to be doing is A-frame push-ups. You can do these just on the ground first. So in our downward dog position, up on your toes, getting your bum as high as you can, and then bending those arms and bringing the head close to the ground. If these are too easy for you, you can then elevate your feet up onto something and do them there. Aiming for 5 to 10 of them depending on where you're at. So on the box again, we're going to be doing plank walk in and outs, but this time elevated. So just walking our hands in and walking them out. Hinging at the hips, trying to get that bum over on top of yourself. Try not to let yourself wobble too much side to side. Aiming to do 2 sets of 3 of these. Okay, next we're going to do some actual handstand drills. So first off, we're going to start with some froggy holds. So for this one, we want our hands a bit wider than normal so that when we bend our arms, we make this nice platform for our elbows to sit on. So bending the arms, Popping the knees on top and just trying to rock forward into that froggy position. And if you're a little bit more experienced with these, maybe you can hold it. This is just a really nice way to build up the strength of your wrists. So for these froggy holds, you're going to try and do 2 attempts. If you are at the point where you are balancing it, aiming for 10 seconds or more, depending on where you're at. Our next handstand drill is bunny hops, and we are doing 3 sets of 2 to 4 of these. So hands on the ground, and then just trying to jump your bum up into the air and tucking your knees into your chest. Really try and see if you can get your weight over onto your arms. To finish us off, I will show you a couple of core exercises that are really good to do. Core isn't a huge component of handstands, but it does come in handy to knowing how to engage it for your handstand. Starting off, we have got a dish, so you can have your arms down by your side. You can bend your knees up if you want it a bit easier. Trying to hold this one for 30 seconds to a minute. I am shaking. To be fair, I did do a core workout this morning. Flipping over, you can then also do a hollow plank. So instead of a normal plank where your back is flat, you're going to be pushing up through your back to round it. Holding this one for 30 seconds to a minute. Jumping onto our back. Another great one that we can do is holding our easy dish shape. We can then do little tucks as well, really curling them in, curling your knees in towards you. Aiming to do 5 to 10 of them. I hope you enjoyed that workout. I hope you challenged yourself wherever you are at. And if you did find it helpful, please give this video a like because it shows me what videos you are enjoying. Or comment down below if you want to see something in particular on my channel. Now I'm having trouble speaking. And also hit that subscribe button to see what I post next and the little notification bell. I hope you enjoyed that workout and thank you so much for watching. I have lots of other videos just like this. One will pop up here that might be of interest to you. And with that, I will see you next time. Bye. How am I gonna do my intro today? I always have fun doing these.